Welcome to WHU Inside Business. I'm Christian Schleret and I'm here with Kai Herzberger, Director of E-commerce and Retail Fashion at Facebook. Kai, it's great to have you here.
Thanks so much for the invitation, Christian. Pleasure to be here.
The last time that we've met, you were at that time CMO of the German successful startup Daily Deal, which Google eventually bought for more than $100 million. Can you describe the difference between the work at a rising startup compared to working for international big companies such as Facebook?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in particular, looking at Daily Deal at that time, it was pretty much like a dynamic phase in ramping up that startup and building up the success for like the exit strategy that you just said on Google, to Google. At Facebook, it's not so different, frankly to say. We are still saying at Facebook we are an entrepreneurial company, and we are feeding that every day because we are having a couple of cultural bullet points and values that we have. One is, for example, like fail harder. And that's one of the things where I would compare my time at Daily Deal and the time at Facebook. At Daily Deal, if we would have failed harder, we would have gone bankrupt and we would have been out of business. Okay. Within Facebook, it's a different topic because fail harder is something where you have to improve yourself every day. And it's something which is in particular in the DNA of entrepreneurs, which we all think we are at Facebook, to fail harder and to even kind of improve our everyday life and then to succeed in particular on the things that we do every day.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit about, for example, one of the burning topics that you're currently working on at Facebook?
Yeah. There are two, let me put that way. One is in particular measurement, because looking at the digital marketing space and the marketing space from a traditional perspective, it's sometimes hard for marketeers to in particular measure the impact of their marketing ad spend. So that's one of the burning topics that we are working on. The good thing is with Facebook, we have people, and we are talking about people-based marketing, which is mainly kind of bridging the advertising that you have seen, which is like the view-based into like a people-based marketing perspective. And the other burning topic that we are currently working on is video. Because what we have seen is in the last couple of months and in the last year in particular, that video consumption is in particular increasing on the so-called social media channels, not only on Facebook, but also on Instagram and others.
Okay. With respect to video, Mark Zuckerberg recently announced the video-first strategy as a key for long-term growth. Can you explain what that strategy actually contains and why video?
Yeah. So as said, what we have seen is in particular on the user trends, so on the end consumers which are using the social media channels, that they are predominantly not posting photos, but they are consuming video and are posting videos. And that is why in particular like smartphones today do necessarily become one of the video first channels. And that's why Mark in particular said we're now moving away from a mobile first company, which we have been since 2012, since our IPO, and are now moving into a new scenario, which is like video first.
Okay. For Facebook to succeed as a video advertising platform, it heavily depends on their ability to link the right content to the right people. So having a lot of knowledge also about the customers and the users. Do you think that Facebook will eventually be able to have more knowledge and insights than, for example, Google does?
Right. Great question, Christian. So I think it comes back to the people-based marketing in particular. So as Facebook knows people, and that is the predominant kind of success factor that we have. Comparing that to Google, Google has also people, but at the end it comes in particular to cross-device. And cross-device means that you're not using only one device, like a laptop, you're also using like a smartphone or you're using also like a tablet. And measuring the success of an advertising predominantly across kind of those multi-devices is the core. And I think Facebook has that the advantage knowing people, being always logged in across those devices, having an advantage over Google.
Okay. Currently, online businesses are speculating whether Facebook will enter their territory. For example, whether Facebook will become the next eBay, the next commercial platform, or whether they will become the next LinkedIn, the next social online business network. Are their words justified?
No, they are not. So on that commerce piece, there is definitely initiatives going on the commerce side, but not becoming a commerce platform, but providing companies, like an advertiser, like an FMCG brand or a retailer, the ability to reach people. So our initiatives around commerce are always bound to reach and not to being a commerce player. On the other hand, as you said on LinkedIn, there is a product which we call Workplace. But it's not a competition against LinkedIn. It's just a matter of that we saw that companies have inefficiencies in their internal communication. And what we have seen is that people within companies are using groups to share details about their companies, about their bosses, about managers, and so on. And that's why we have invested in what we call Workplace, which is like a software as a service solution for companies to enable like an internal social media platform for them.
Now, as a final question, something completely unrelated. In 5 years from now, when we stop talking about digital and digitalization, what's going to be the next major dominating trend?
We will still sit here together. Maybe potentially I'm more gray than you. There will be no changes to digital trends and digitalization.
Okay.
I think we are just in the start of seeing digitalization. If I compare that in particular in my role as looking after transformational retailers as well, they are just starting understanding digital. And that's why from now on, in the next 3 to 5 years, digital transformation will be the next hype to look into, in particular when it comes down to mobile and to video.
Kai, thank you very much for coming here.
Thanks so much, Christian, for the invitation. Great to be back at WHU.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.